Hey, this is Seth Rosenbloom, and I'm going to show you how to play Papa Ain't Salty by T-Bone Walker. It's a lot of T-Bone's most kind of ferocious, faster playing. It shows how good he was at pushing and pulling time, playing over the bar lines, and also playing some really interesting sounding licks without going too far outside of the main pentatonic position. So if you're ready to get learning on this awesome song by T-Bone Walker, grab your guitar and let's go.
I won't do that again. Why did you have to go? Why, pretty baby? Why did you have to go? Please come back home, pretty mama. Papa ain't salty no more.
Okay, so let's dive into the main solo section from Papa Ain't Salty. It's 2 chorus lengths through, and the first one is really the single note solo, and then the second time is the flip side of our call and response, where we're playing the lead call and letting the rhythm player play the response. So here we go with the solo. Starts very similarly to the intro solo with a pickup. The only thing that's different is the 4th note of the lick. So we start, and then we go into a response line to that. This is a long one, and this one gets very, very loose in terms of timing, especially later on in the lick. It's one where, on these old blues records, it was recording in one room and it was one take for the band, so they weren't fixing little imperfections. So it almost sounds like there are a couple flubs laid on in his take of this lick. It is what it is, and it sounds great, the feel is there, so you keep it. So that response lick is this, starts the same way, but then goes up, then comes way down, and then kind of stays around there and gets a bit slowed down. So response lick. Then it kind of really pulls back on the timing, and he has these licks in here. Then a response to that, and great use of motifs here, where he's developing on the same ideas. So then goes to, and then accelerates into a faster lick. Same thing applies, especially with those bends up at the 6th fret of the high E string. You're not looking for like a whole you're just looking for the littlest bit of a squeeze there. And then on that note at the 3rd fret of the G string, you can give that a little bit of a tug and get that 1/4 step bend. Sounds very T-Bone-ish, very bluesy. And then we have another couple quick licks in response here. This first one, and it's another one where that double note in there, if you listen to the original carefully, almost sounds like a bit of a mistake where he tried to go somewhere and then saved himself hanging there. But that's the closest approximation I could get to what's going on. And then the final lick, which to me is the biggest finger twister here, is this. And like a lot of his solos, you'll find that that last lick cuts off earlier than you'd think it would, before then the call and response section. So let me play this, this part of the solo through, and then we'll move on to the call and response. 1, 2, 3. And the timing there, it kind of is all over the place. You know, he pushes ahead of the bar line, then pulls back, and it's one of the really neat things and really distinctive things about T-Bone's playing. So then we get to the next section, and it's the exact same thing from the rhythm part, just now it's the call instead of the response. So we're taking our B minor 7 flat 5 voicing, which is functioning as a G9, top 3 notes of that, sliding them up a whole step, which is now functioning as a G13 when I add that top note, the G at the 3rd fret, and then back down. So and then it's switching for each chord. So when we go to the C, we're going up where it's now like an E minor 7 flat 5 functioning for a C. And when we go up to the 5 chord, the D, we have like an F sharp minor 7 flat 5 functioning for that D. So all the way through, I'll vocalize the responses. We'd have this. Da da da, da da da, da da da. Da da da, 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 da da da. And forgive me that my playing there was better than the singing, but that should give an idea of how those two fit together when you're playing the lead call, and then how it fits in with the rhythm response. So that takes us through that whole solo section when you put those two together, and there is really a rest in between them. As I said, on the main solo section, he cuts it off earlier than you might think he would. Only thing left is at the very end of the tune, in the break, we get one lick there, and that lick is this. So it's just starting up on the flat 3 in G on the 6th fret of the high E string. We walk down here, repeat those 2 notes, then go down to the G and D string, repeat those notes, and that gives us our lick. And then the last 2 chords, same as the rhythm guitar is doing, but you can hear a slight difference in timing, is just taking that C minor 7 flat 5, and that's functioning as like a G sharp dominant 7, so the sharp 1, and then pulling that back a half step to the B minor 7 flat 5 voicing, which is operating as a G9. So altogether, that last lick. And that is all of the lead parts that we have in Papa Ain't Salty. Grab your guitar and let's dive in on that solo section and the ending.
I won't do that again. Why did you have to go? Why, oh why, pretty baby? Why did you have to go? Please come back home, pretty mama. Pop ain't salty no more.
That's all for this session. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell for more lessons in the future. Make sure you check out the other lessons on our channel, and don't forget to head over to TrueFire.com for the full experience. We have synchronized tabs, jam tracks, and a massive library of courses covering all topics a guitarist could ever want to learn. Until next time.